questions for us. And we want you to just give us, what you do best. And we have a very limited time, so we'll try as much as possible to work within our time frame. So, sir, our first question today for you is, what is one spiritual lesson that broke your ego, reshaped your entire worldview, and humbled you into becoming the person you are today, sir?
When you ask me about, the spiritual things like that, I'm still on a journey, I can tell you for a fact. Constantly struggling to have the nexus between my faith and outcomes. Right now, as you guys are looking at me, I came in from a worry. Two of my parents are struggling with cancer. I don't know how many people have heard the story. My father has prostate cancer, and my mom has breast cancer. And these are my parents have devoted their lives to serving God and all the things. And you keep on asking questions, I constantly ask questions, even right from my childhood. I've been asking questions. I can't really actually pinpoint where I can say there were definitely things that actually happened that made me, but because of the questions I was asking while I was growing up. So by the time I got to the age of 22, it became intense. I got to the age of 24, it became intense. And by the time I was 26, I decided to leave church, actually. So I left the Catholic church where I was at the time. And then I even got into Pentecostal church, Winners Chapel specifically. And then while even there, I had a lot of questions. And my questions were not actually being answered the way I felt that they ought to be answered. And then, all of you, I feel that if you are really real to yourself, there are questions that are still burning in your head. Yesterday, I was thinking about the Tower of Babel. How many of you know the story of the Tower of Babel? And I was in my office and I was thinking, so, because back then I read the book of Bible stories, and they were saying that men were building tower. And I was looking up, how high could that have been? There are questions that are inside of your head, trying to understand the connection between your faith and outcomes. And if you're real, you would tell me that actually that these things happen to you, isn't it? Don't they? They do. So why I had to leave the church was I couldn't make that connection. I was asking a lot of questions, and then I had to leave for 1 year. And then after a while, I came back. I was venting my anger even then on Facebook. Then I came back. A friend of mine decided to help me, and then he took me to another church, and they had sort of like a seminary. And then I got in there for like 6 months, and that was the beginning of my change, so to say, changing the fact that I had believed that God could be used to favor my physical outcomes, whether in my health, whether in my job, but by when I had gone through the seminary, that distinction became clear for me. So God is God. There are certain outcomes of my physical expressions that I shouldn't get angry when they happen. So whether I am sick or whether certain bad things are happening, whether I understand that it's not just about me trying to will God to change outcomes or to change how I feel or to change. It's the fact that my connection with God is my connection irrespective of whether the things are good or whether things are bad. And that's even helping me now to cope with the current situation in my family as it stands right now. So that's my journey so far. If I can tell you that.
Amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So, our next question. When I was going through your bio, it said you studied engineering.
Yeah, mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering, amazing.
Yeah.
So, somewhere along the line, you transitioned from a corporate structure into becoming a thought leader.
Yeah.
What was that shift like for you? Were there times when you wished you could just take a step back? Were there,